Most people wait for motivation to strike. They think it will appear magically before action. The truth is, motivation follows action, not the other way around. Waiting often leads to procrastination and lost opportunities. Success is about hacking your mind to trigger action consistently. You don't need a burst of inspiration to start. Even small steps can create internal momentum. The human brain responds to patterns, habits, and immediate feedback. Understanding your mind's triggers allows you to bypass laziness. High achievers don't wait, they act strategically. Micro-actions, routines, and psychological hacks replace reliance on fleeting motivation. Your energy, focus, and drive are habits, not emotions. By hacking your mind, you can produce motivation on demand. Even 10 minutes of intentional effort activates momentum. Momentum triggers dopamine, reinforcing habit and action. Daily practice rewires your mind to act consistently. Challenges, distractions, and doubts will appear, but the system prevails. You will learn to control internal states instead of waiting for them. Action becomes automatic when your brain is primed with the right triggers. This video will teach you 10 mental hacks to stop waiting and start acting immediately. Use the 5-minute rule. The simplest way to hack motivation is to start small. Commit to just 5 minutes of action before assessing. This trick reduces mental resistance significantly. Even daunting tasks feel manageable when broken into 5-minute increments. Starting triggers momentum, making continuation natural. Your brain releases dopamine after completion, reinforcing the habit. Momentum often carries you far beyond the initial 5 minutes. Daily practice makes starting automatic. Resistance diminishes as the mind learns that action is easy. High achievers rarely wait. They begin and let momentum sustain effort. Even minimal action generates measurable progress. The 5-minute rule is powerful because it removes excuses. It builds discipline, confidence, and focus quickly. Starting small is the gateway to completing bigger tasks. Your brain begins to expect effort as a default, creating internal motivation. 2. Hack your environment. External cues influence internal states. Design your environment to trigger action automatically. Remove distractions and position tools for immediate use. For example, leave your workout clothes visible or your workspace organized. Even small environmental nudges trigger action without conscious effort. The brain responds to visual and contextual cues consistently. Momentum begins before you even consciously decide to act. Daily attention to your surroundings reinforces productive behavior. Positive cues trigger dopamine and action subconsciously. Disorganized environments create friction and delay effort. Hacking your environment is a simple yet powerful way to maintain consistency. Small adjustments lead to significant behavior change. Momentum compounds as cues create automatic readiness. Your environment becomes a silent partner in achieving goals. Even minor tweaks amplify energy, focus, and performance consistently. Anchor action to existing habits. Motivation follows patterns. Pair new tasks with existing habits to trigger automatic action. This process is called habit stacking. For example, meditate immediately after brushing teeth or write notes after coffee. The brain links new actions to familiar routines, reducing friction. Daily consistency is easier when actions are anchored. Momentum grows as tasks become habitual extensions of existing behavior. Habit stacking reinforces discipline naturally. Even small daily wins compound into substantial results. The brain learns to expect action automatically. High achievers leverage habit chains to bypass reliance on fleeting motivation. Anchoring creates effortless execution. Micro-actions turn into automatic responses without conscious effort. Momentum becomes habitual, making action sustainable long-term. This hack rewires your brain to generate internal motivation consistently. Trigger: dopamine. With immediate feedback, dopamine drives motivation. Providing immediate feedback after action reinforces behavior. Even small wins trigger the brain's reward system. Track progress visually, reward yourself, or note completion. The brain associates action with pleasure, strengthening habit. Daily microfeedback reduces dependence on external motivation. Momentum builds as dopamine reinforces continuous action. Feedback loops make effort intrinsically rewarding. Even tiny wins generate energy for the next task. Consistency becomes enjoyable rather than forced. High achievers optimize dopamine release through immediate reinforcement. Daily attention to feedback accelerates habit formation. Momentum compounds, producing significant long-term results. Motivation becomes a byproduct of consistent action, not a prerequisite. Dopamine-based feedback is a core mental hack to sustain productivity. Use visualization to prime action. Visualization prepares the brain for effort. Imagine completing the task successfully before starting. Mental rehearsal triggers physiological and emotional readiness. Visualization reduces fear, resistance, and mental friction. Your brain activates the same neural pathways as physical execution. Confidence and energy rise naturally, making action easier. Momentum begins even before the first physical step. Daily visualization strengthens belief and focus. Tiny wins feel easier when imagined beforehand. High achievers consistently use mental rehearsal to hack motivation. The mind starts expecting progress as a natural consequence. Break tasks into micro-actions. Large tasks often paralyze action. Dividing them into micro-actions removes mental resistance. Even the smallest step triggers momentum. Focus on immediate, actionable tasks lasting 5 to 10 minutes. Completion produces instant reward and satisfaction. Momentum builds naturally, extending effort beyond initial micro-action. Daily micro-steps compound into massive progress. Micro-actions reduce stress, overwhelm, and indecision. High achievers rely on micro-action chains to maintain consistent output. Even minimal effort triggers habit reinforcement. Momentum becomes automatic as small wins accumulate. Reframe resistance as opportunity. Resistance is a sign you're approaching growth. Instead of avoiding it, see it as a signal to act. The brain learns to associate discomfort with progress. Daily acknowledgement of resistance strengthens discipline. High achievers embrace challenge as a path to improvement. Even small actions against resistance trigger confidence and energy. Momentum grows as action becomes the default response to discomfort. Reframing reduces procrastination and mental friction. Tasks seem achievable when resistance is expected and accepted. Momentum compounds as the brain adapts to challenge positively. Daily practice of reframing transforms mindset and habit. Leverage the power of habits. Habits generate automatic motivation. Daily repetition reduces reliance on willpower and fleeting energy. Even small habits compound into significant results over time. Anchor new tasks to existing routines for automatic execution. Track habit completion to reinforce the reward loop. Daily micro-habits create momentum that sustains action effortlessly. The brain adapts to expect consistent effort, bypassing the need for external motivation. Consistency strengthens habit loops. High achievers rely on habit architecture to maintain long-term productivity. Micro-habits transform action into automatic, predictable output. Momentum compounds exponentially as habits solidify. Use accountability strategically. Accountability accelerates action, Sharing goals or progress increases commitment and motivation. Even micro-actions become more compelling when observed by others. Daily accountability can be formal or informal, journaling, partners, or apps. The brain responds to social or self-imposed checks with increased effort. Momentum builds as accountability reinforces consistency and focus. High achievers use accountability to hack motivation and sustain progress. Accountability also reduces excuses and delays. Micro-actions gain significance through commitment to external standards. Momentum compounds as repeated accountability triggers habit reinforcement. Even small daily achievements gain amplified impact. Commit to immediate action. Stop waiting for motivation. It is unreliable. The moment to act is now. Momentum begins the instant you take the first step. Daily micro-action triggers dopamine, confidence, and focus. Even tiny effort produces momentum that extends naturally. Momentum compounds with repeated action over time. Consistency transforms effort into measurable results. Immediate execution overrides mental resistance. High achievers act before feelings align, generating motivation after the fact. Momentum grows automatically as daily wins accumulate. Tiny victories lead to habit, discipline, and massive success. Stop waiting for motivation. Take action. Now, use the 5-minute rule. Hack your environment for focus. Anchor action to existing habits. Trigger dopamine with immediate feedback. Visualize success before starting. Break tasks into micro-actions. Reframe resistance as opportunity. Leverage the power of habits. Use accountability strategically. Commit to immediate execution. Momentum builds naturally through repeated action. Daily micro-actions transform effort into results. He embraces the flames. Consistency compounds into discipline, confidence, and energy. Tiny wins become automatic and sustainable. Motivation is generated, not awaited. Momentum grows with each micro-step taken. Start today and let action lead, not feeling. Your future self will thank you for hacking your mind now.